I'm here with Denny Wilson. She's the artistic director and one of the choreographers for the opening ceremony. Now, Denny, I understand this opening ceremony has over 120 dancers from the West Midlands community. Tell me about the team that put it together.
Well, as I say, I'm one of the choreographers, but there was a team, a composer, most important person in some respects, or in the sense that putting this together with 9 individual groups that each have their own team leader, we needed a structure to follow. So Charlie Matthews was key at the beginning of the process, as was Jenny Mack as a kind of assistant artistic director. And then we've had 6, 7 other team leaders of the different groups that have been working with us. We've been working together over weekends and then going back to the individual groups that we've been working with to develop the choreography, develop the ideas, and then we've brought that all together. During the Easter holidays we were together for an intensive 3 days you can't get an arena like the NIA to rehearse in, but we found a sports hall at the University of Wolverhampton, and we brought everyone together and did as much as we could before we came actually into this arena.
So it's been quite a task to coordinate it.
Yes, it has indeed. In terms of when you know what an arena looks like, it's fine, but a lot of these people maybe have been to the NIA but not to see gymnastics. So when you say there's 4 or 5 different podiums that you could be performing on, and you can sort of prepare them all the way by saying it can take a minute and a half to walk from one length of the arena to the other, but until they actually get here, they kind of go, but it's going to be interesting to see their faces.
Now, talking about the size, of course, I believe part of the opening ceremony features one of Birmingham's major landmarks, something perhaps all of Europe will know about, and that's Spaghetti Junction. So tell us about that.
Yes, Spaghetti Junction was the focal point because I firmly believe that an opening ceremony should be significant and specific to the city in which that sporting event is happening. And Spaghetti Junction is iconic in terms of Birmingham, but in terms of the West Midlands, we know that in terms of the Midlands Links motorway network, it links all the regions of the West Midlands, and we have groups appearing from all of those regions. So it was a fantastic starting point. So we've divided the piece into 5 different sections that kind of work through from construction right the way through to kind of cruising, driving in the fast lane, of course the inevitable congestion, and through to an end where hopefully you arrive at your destination without too much of a problem.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you had the forethought to put together a How We Made It film, which I always find quite fascinating. So tell me about that.
Well, yes, we did, because in terms of there being 9 groups and the creative team meeting, we had to film everything because we had to then set up a site where things that we were creating, all the participants could actually then go to that site and look at video footage and check see what other groups were doing. So we were trying to very much create an online community. As I say, they're all very sort of out there, but this site brought them together. So we then thought, well, actually we should take this a step further because everybody's filming in their own rehearsal venues. So we've also had, I've had a few students working with me that I've sent off to kind of film behind the scenes and while we've been working. So it was a kind of natural progression to kind of almost put it together as a little, documentary for the participants to have, because they've invested a lot of time and energy, volunteering all that time and energy into the project. So it's a nice thing for them to have.
Splendid. Well, that was a great introduction and I'm intrigued now. So I think we better see it.